All right, we're going to keep this video very short, so if you appreciate that, thank you. All right, we're going to keep today's video really short. You saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, you know what's going on. I'm going to give everyone a quick background, what we might be able to expect, some speculation, and whatnot on the Duncan V Bonta magazine ban case. This is the lawsuit that was heard by Benitez, got us all of our standard capacity mags legally, and then made it all the way up to the Supreme Court only to get sent back down after the Bruin decision. So we'll give you some updates on what's going on. Going to be a very short video, so if you appreciate that I'm respectful of your time, check out Barbell Apparel. I basically live in their clothing nowadays. They make great stuff for the gym, going outside. I shoot every one of my USPSA matches in their shorts because they allow me to be very mobile. Their clothing is great. It fits well. They have great jeans, great shorts, great shirts, all that kind of stuff. Check them out. So the CRPA filed many extensions to their period of time that they could appeal the Ninth Circuit en banc decision saying that the magazine ban was constitutional. The Ninth Circuit, I know, surprise, shocker, ruled against the Benitez decision, even though they had to really bend over backwards and do some backflips and spit on that thing to really make that decision stick. They had to do a whole lot to say that it was constitutional to ban 11 or more rounds in a magazine. But they did it anyways. So that was months and months ago. We might have talked about it on the channel, might have talked about it on various social media platforms. But at the time, it was still legal to keep possessing your Freedom Week magazines. I'm putting that in air quotes just because it's kind of weird to say, but these are legally possessed by me. These are my magazines. I own them. I purchased them when it was legal to do so, and many other people did similarly, and the status quo remained the same. You could keep owning these. But the deadlines kept coming, and people kept getting worried. And actually, a shooter, Quinn, actually mentioned this to me at a USPSA match. A lot of people were worried because the deadlines were coming up and a lot of people didn't know what to expect. The CRPA was able to file some extensions. The main reason they were filing so many extensions was to allow various other entities to file amicus briefs because we're really hoping that a magazine ban case is taken by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court specifically sent this back so that a final decision could be made. That decision was made. And it's back here with the same decision being made by Benitez and the same terrible decisions being made by the Ninth Circuit. So a lot of people are kind of concerned, like, okay, why did it take so long? Well, courts are slow, and it takes time to have a good, adequate ruling. Unfortunately, we can't just go in there and scream, shall not be infringed. That is not a winning strategy in the courts. If it was, we would have won a long time ago. So the CRPA has filed a petition for it to be heard by the Supreme Court. Now, there's some speculation online from various smarter people than me, probably smarter people than most of you. A lot of you might be way smarter than me, but there's some smart people online that are maybe theory crafting that the Supreme Court might not take an AR-15 ban, or might not take a magazine ban lawsuit, and would instead take an AR-15 ban lawsuit. And maybe they'll include magazines as part of that. I certainly hope that they just take both separately and rule positively on both. And I think that a lot of people in the know think that they're going to end up doing that. But this is a whole lot of cross your fingers and hope, but do not hold your breath kind of business. This could take a very, very long time. So as of right now, the status quo remains the same. You can keep maintaining possession of your legally acquired Freedom Week magazines in the state of California. The Supreme Court is potentially going to hear this court case. I personally don't see why they wouldn't, other than them truly not caring or having some other ulterior motive. Ultimately, I think everyone in the government is evil. You guys know the drill. Have fun, be safe, stay dangerous. Peace.